I don't know. I know how you drive too, though. So driving a 700 horsepower Supra around, it's like couldn't have been being that nice to it.
I took pretty good care of that car.
Yeah, I'd say nicer than you think.
I felt bad for what I did to it.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I do the same for this because I was genuinely really mean to this thing.
You're gonna be really mean to it.
What's up, everyone? I'm Logan with 89 Auto Works, and today we're getting Isaac's motor together finally. Today is the day. Waited a lot of days for this day, and finally it happened. Then, per usual, we were sitting around waiting for basically waiting for parts to come in, and then today our new ARP thread chaser finally came in, so we can get that done. I just wanted to make sure we had these threads for the head studs just completely dialed, and that's kind of what we're going to be going ahead and talking about today. Is how to prep. This is a new but used short block that's been freshly gone through. It's all forged internals. It's got Molly forged pistons, and then eagle rods, and obviously nitrated crank. Pretty standard forged setup. Good forged setup. These pistons are really nice, good Molly pistons. So we're going to go through and just kind of talk about some of the things that I do before I assemble these motors to ensure that you have the best chance of your motor surviving. All right, so first and foremost, I have one side of the motor assembled. This side's taken apart still. You can see that these pistons they're clean, but they've been used. New rings and everything, obviously, and but they've been used, and basically, we're just trying to, at this point, going to go through and we'll clean the threads up. And then we will also take and show you what we're going to do to the top of these pistons to prep them for assembly. This is an ARP thread chaser / thread cleaner that is specifically for the ARP head studs for these EJs. It is an 11x125 thread chaser. And we're going to go ahead and just blow off some of the stuff on here. So basically, just starting out, just thread it in just like a bolt. Get it started. Just kind of working it down and just letting the tool do its work. Nice and easy, and just cleaning those threads up. Big part of this is getting the correct torque specs on things, getting the correct, making sure that you're getting the correct amount of depth for seating the head studs. ARP specifically says to not tighten them down anything past hand tight, so you're not even actually supposed to use the Allen head on the end of the stud. So it's important that you're doing this, because if you don't, your studs will not tighten down equally by hand, and then you go to tighten it up and you have less amount of threads, you have less amount of the threads in the block engaging with the stud. You have the possibility of ripping studs out. So you can see on the end of this that there is some material. That's basically what you're trying to get out of that hole. Take and blow off the thread chaser, blow out your hole. And then I actually even like to do it one more time. Make sure everything that's down in there is... These pistons, we want these to be as clean and nice as possible without having any issues we want to bring the piston as high as we can in the stroke so we're nice and even here. Then I just take some Scotch-Brite. In this case, I'm going to take some Scotch-Brite and just basically clean the piston up, and then I'll actually take some polishing compound and polish the top of it up a little bit, make it have a nicer shine, which will help with basically knock is the biggest one we're after, trying to keep everything happy. Basically that's what we're after. It's not perfect, no, but it's a very smooth finish with no rough abrasions in it or anything that's going to cause hot spots for knock. Basically, we're just trying to clean up the surface the best we can, try to squeeze, you know, every little trick out of the book to pick up every available amount of horsepower, or not per se available, but just not leave any on the table. So then we're going to take a little bit of assembly lube and just put a little bit in the cylinders just to help get things going when we first prime this motor. Not to do anything other than just give you, you know, we always prime it before we start it, but you obviously just don't want to ever have metal on metal. And, you know, sometimes it takes a minute to get oil in everywhere, so make sure we don't have any oil or polish or any of that kind of stuff on it. Because Isaac doesn't want head gasket failures.
No.
You probably do. You've thought about it. You've been like, you know what? Let's build this motor. Let's have it just be.
After.
Let's just have it be not good. Dude, we could just do RTV head gaskets.
I say we just weld the block to the head.
Dude, we could do it. We could do it. It'd be easy. JB Weld, got it in the drawer. For this specific build, we're using JE Pro Seal gaskets. Primary reason there is we are running D25 heads in place of the B25 heads that came on this Legacy GT. And the main reason for that is just that was what we had available. The heads that came off the original motor were junk and just were not even worth trying to use. So we ended up just completely going away from them and went with the D25, do some block off plates for the air pump stuff. And just run them. Woo! Yeah, unfortunately, you're not going to get your strut bar back for a while.
I'm not too worried about it.
You'd have your panties in a wad.
Not.
No, not my strut bar. Yeah. You thought your girlfriend got you a good present last year?
Top. It's been top. I'll have to tell her that.
No, don't tell her that. That would.
Yes.
It's best to just be kept between us. BAM! Just like that. We skipped a couple steps here. So hey, motor's in the car. Not at all ready to go. We're super loose still. Everything is literally, the motor's just sitting in the car. We haven't even really started hooking anything up yet. As you can see, this is a originally EJ255 car, and we went ahead and we got rid of the plastic intake manifold and we went to an EJ257 intake manifold. This one is a shaved intake manifold that we shaved a bunch of the extra stuff off of that we don't use. So yeah, everything is more or less on here. It was a really, actually, I don't know why more people don't do this. It was an extremely easy swap. I luckily did have a set of top feed TGVs here. So, I mean, it was really easy. We actually are using EJ257 fuel rails, and then we are using the EJ, it would be out of a 2007 WRX, the TGVs. So, yeah, it's got top feed injectors in it, and we use the same throttle body. Obviously used everything else off of a STI style car. It's got a TD05 20G on here, and you know, obviously I put all the blue and did a bunch of that kind of stuff. pretty simple setup as far as everything else goes. These are D25 heads. So the D25 heads are on here, obviously single ABCS, intakes only, and then TD0520G. We have, I'm not gonna show you guys what we're doing yet for the intercooler because I'm gonna save it for when we put it on, and there's gonna be some stuff to do with that. But the big thing is we got the STI intake manifold on here and got it basically swapped all over to STI style stuff. Now with that being said, we did use the coolant crossover pipes that go from basically the reservoir down to the hoses down in the that go down to the water pump. We ended up using 06 STI stuff, and yeah, I mean, it makes it so you can run this style bottle and everything. But yeah, pretty much simple setup here. I got a bunch of wiring I still got to do for gauges, and just trying to wrap up some of that stuff before we dive fully into it. I will say I deleted a lot of stuff off this motor. I typically run these motors with what they need. You know, I don't give them a bunch of extra stuff to fail and cause problems. TGV deleted, evap deleted. You know, just I make them as simple as possible so they have the least amount of things that could break and fail and cause problems. Original intake manifold. I'm sorry, the original throttle body on here off of the Legacy GT bolts right up to the STI intake. The biggest difference between, I'll show you guys quick exactly what the big difference is. This right here is a 06 Legacy GT throttle body. As you can see, it's, you know, obviously drive-by-wire, but that's all it is. It's all this is the throttle body. So this is an 06 STI throttle body, and this is what would have came on that throttle body, or on this intake manifold, from the factory. So the big difference here is, obviously you can see this one has the MAP sensor, manifold absolute pressure sensor, on top of it, and the other one doesn't. It's slightly different on the back, but bolts up the exact same pin out. Everything's the exact same on these two, other than the MAP sensor location. So we went ahead and, for that, you know, obviously the MAP sensor is usually underneath the intake manifold on the EJ257 cars. So we went ahead and just mounted it right here. It's not the most ideal location, but it's not bad, and we were just trying to keep things as simple as possible. Went ahead and mounted our 3-port boost controller up here as well. Just back to the keeping everything as simple as possible, you know, not having extra long hoses and stuff on this motor. Real simple stuff. I'm definitely going to be putting a 2016 STI intercooler on here, and that is a really nice unit. Good for a lot of horsepower, and I already own it. So there's the best part of that. And you know, it was originally something I was going to be putting on Donovan's car, but the end of the day, I kind of decided that it was just not the intercooler of choice for his car. The GD chassis cars, you have even less room under the hood. So we're going to be working on wrapping some of this stuff up. Isaac's ran right now up to Dave's to go get my bandsaw because we have to fab the exhaust for this car still. We have everything. I have an NVIDIA catback for this thing, and catless downpipe, and some other stuff on here, and then basically just going to keep pushing forward on trying to get this stuff. All right, guys, we started this project on, what day we start this on?
Like the first week of January.
I mean, yeah, first week of January. No, what day did we start on it this week?
Oh, Monday.
Okay, so it is Friday now. It is like 5 p.m. We are just wrapping up. We're not even wrapping it up. I don't even understand what, I mean, I do understand what took so long, but I mean, this just got carried away. 2 days was what we said on Monday. 2 days. Yeah, here we are. Still not done. The game plan here is Dave is going to be here any minute now, and he is coming down to flash a base map for us, startup map, and basically we're just going to start this thing and just make sure everything runs smooth, and then me and Isaac still have to finish up the exhaust. So right now it's got 2 foot of downpipe and then shooting straight at the floor. So I mean, it what could go wrong? Nothing, right? Yeah, it's gonna be good. It looks very nice under the hood. It's not even technically done yet. We're still got it hooked up to, you know, bleed the coolant system and doing all that kind of stuff, but I'll get you guys some better shots of that. But for now, it is kind of just waiting for Dave to be here. Not like I'm waiting for him. He's just coming here at the time we said he was going to come here. So that's cool. We're getting really freaking close to hearing this thing make some sounds, and hopefully good ones. And then this car needs like the most epic bath of a lifetime. Pouring oil out of somewhere. So I don't think it's anything bad.
Maybe.
Going up?
Good catch, man.
Whenever you're ready for that.
Yeah, I don't.
Can you just stay in the car? You know, we'll look at this.
I'm good. I'm not gonna die in that car.
No fade.
Might be the turbo feed up there. The manageable.
On the top?
Right off the head, maybe?
My lines.
Feed line coming off the back of the head.
Sure looks like it.
Yeah, that looks
Cool. First thing to check is that they have two copper boys, and it kind of looks like it.
Definitely has that.
Sure. What about going to him?
I got it for free. Doesn't mean
Well,
I
look at
can't.
that. You can have a free transmission.
No, he didn't say he didn't have a free
I didn't say he can have it for free. I got it for free. He can make payments on it, aka labor for free.
Oh, payments. He's like a snap-on truck now.
Hey, you gotta, know what you're pitching to your crowd here. All right, guys, it's Sunday. Sunday is gonna be the day where we're cutting this video off. Car runs and drives. Yeah, we're in the home stretch here at this point. Today I'm gonna get the exhaust all TIG welded up, and basically that's all we're doing today is we're gonna TIG weld the exhaust up, and then probably go drive it down the road and just check out, make sure everything's working properly. And turned out pretty good. We got some time in this thing for aesthetics and making things look pretty, and it's a nice 6-day build here. I guess technically we'll call it 6-day build. It's a 1-week build. We did this whole build in 1 week. We got really rolling. We didn't actually have his heads until Monday, right?
Yeah, it was like 6 o'clock Monday.
So Monday we got the heads, and then yeah, we're kind of just gonna be wrapping up the last details here. We're gonna get another video once this thing. We'll probably do a part of the video when we're up with Dave tuning, and then once we get that wrapped up, we'll do another video doing some rollers, going out and actually driving the car on the road, kind of getting out and taking a look at that kind of stuff. Isaac works for me now, so he's up here all the time, and we're basically going to be seeing this car, I would say, pretty regularly. And going forward, it's going to be something that when we're at the shows and everything, Isaac will be out with us and kind of just representing the brand. So we're going to be just kind of ending things here. Stick around for the next one, guys. There's going to be a ton more stuff. Stuff's going to have to get caught up. The big one we're going to be doing here is Jake's car is going to be coming up here. And I mean, I was in the middle of, before I started working on this, I was in the middle of assembling Jake's motor. So I actually have some of the footage from that already done. And then I will, this coming week, be wrapping up building his motor, getting that stuff sorted out. And then we'll kind of just make a video for that. And there's going to be, I'm going to guess for Jake's car, there's going to be a lot of videos, and we're going to be trying to do a lot of content on that. This one was kind of just a quick, glance over the whole build process. It was a long build process, but in a short amount of time, and I honestly just didn't even have nearly the amount of time that I wanted to be able to film this thing, because it's, we were doing a lot of 14-hour days on this thing, so.
Just a couple.
Yeah, it's been a long week, so we're gonna go ahead and end this video, and I will make sure to I guess I should probably link your TikTok to this one, huh?
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, so we'll throw his TikTok link down in the description, and you guys can check out his TikTok. He's got a lot more videos on this car if you're interested in seeing more. The Atlantic Blue Pearl Legacy GT. It's a good one.
Which we still got to come up with an official name for.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Atlantis, another good one. Avatar.
That Avatar was pretty good.
Any of those ones, just so good. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next one.